What was the last time you got stuck in a video game to the part where you can't progress because you don't know what to do,
All we had to do was follow the damn train, CJ.
where to go, or you are missing something? It's so annoying and frustrating. And you look it up on YouTube and some random guy with a shitty mic has already figured it out. Hello guys, myself Rahul, and today I am going to show you how to not get stuck in a video game. Unfortunately, video games are the only thing people are getting stuck at, if you know what I mean. Ha ha ha. And even better, you figured it out on your own. It's an amazing feeling, but I don't think this happens that much anymore. Because before even playing the game, everybody knows what they are getting into and what to expect. Think of any video game that came out in last 2 decades. No, not this one. For every game, for every character, every boss, and for every weapon that exists, there are tips and tricks available for you to just watch and make everything as easy as the life of a hentai protagonist. Now, at first, it seems like these videos are helping you by giving all the useful information. But isn't that the point of a video game? It's you who have to find all of that. There is a problem, you find out the solution, and you get the reward. But in this case, you already know the solution and the reward ain't rewarding anymore. It's like watching hentai, but you already know the plot.
You can't keep getting away with this!
These videos will start with something like, I found this OP weapon that can one-shot everything. I spent 100 hours and did all the hard work so you don't have to. More like I sucked all these cocks like a vacuum so that you can unload them straight into your mouth. It's a great way to spoil your game and your mouth. Imagine playing a casual game with your friends and within the first few hours into the game, one of them pulls out an endgame weapon out of their ass and one-shots everything you find. Damn, that's crazy, bro. You fucking Lee Sion of video games. You can take on any opponent that came into your way. Good fucking boy. What have you achieved? If you would have spent so much time watching actual useful tips and tricks about real life instead of a video game, you wouldn't be suffering from common conditions like holelessness and bitch deprivation. Why are you letting these videos ruin your playthrough? A game that should last hundreds of hours lasts only about an average duration of a hentai episode.
यहाँ वो कभी नहीं आ पाएगा और हमें अब
Hentai and games share a common thing. They are only enjoyable when it's hard. And by hard, I don't mean Dark Souls or Sekiro level of hard. I mean when the world is full of unknown and you don't know the plot and there is some difficulty to it. You don't know the early game good weapons, so you try everything. You put skill points into the wrong stat and it fucking sucks. But it's not only more enjoyable, this will make you wanna replay the game. And every time you replay a game, you become stronger, smarter, and better. You become better. You are blasting through the game, having fun.
From scared little newbie
To Bob the Destroyer. It feels great. Why are you afraid of making mistakes in a video game, bro? Even in real life, mistakes can be good. I mean, look at my father. If not for the mistakes he made, I wouldn't be here today. I wish I wouldn't. Mistakes means you are trying a step forward. Remember when Andrew Tate said, removing step from stepmother isn't removing a step, it's adding a step in the right direction. I don't know about you, but growing up, I had limited access to internet and there were only 2 ways to buy games. Either you get an original physical copy, remember CDs? They are relics at this point. Or you need to go to a cyber cafe with a pen drive and ask the owner to fill it with games. If you bought original CDs, you are probably rich and you know what you are getting, and the developers also get some profit. But when you buy pirated games from cyber cafes, devs don't get shit, but you get the most value. But the trade-off is, you don't know what you are getting. It could be anywhere from flash games to viruses to illegal Chinese porn. And that was the time when nobody cared about women's rights, let alone being good at a video game. The only form of tips and tricks were motherfuckers pulling out the back of their notebook and sharing GTA cheat codes like it was some recipe to Colombiana cocaína. To be fair, games were a lot simpler back in the day. You never needed help from the internet to complete any game. The only time I watched a guide on YouTube when I was stuck in this one mission in the original Resident Evil 4, where you need to shoot the green buttons in order to get to the next chamber while an unkillable demon from hell haunts you in such a confined space. You have to do it 3 times to escape all 3 chambers, and when you escape all 3 chambers and run out of bullets, you finally get to fight it. Whoever designed this mission hated the world with undying passion. I just said games were a lot simpler. No, I lied. Just watching this gave me all the PTSD back. What the actual fuck? And I'm not all against tips and tricks videos. They can be useful. I just don't like how they spoil everything. And thanks to short form content, you only need 10 seconds to absolutely spoil the shit out of any game. Most of the tips and tricks are just spoilers, and it's just my personal opinion. And let me make this clear. Opinions are like kinks. Everybody has it, everybody has different. In my last video, I said Far Cry 5 was a dog shit game and I got some hate for it. Just like this guy has an opinion of all Indian people being full of themselves, I have an opinion on his mother being full of Indian people. As I said before, I'm not all against tips and tricks. I think in a game like Elden Ring, you absolutely need help if you have never played Souls-like game. It can get extremely overwhelming, especially in the beginning, and you need to watch guides on how to play this game unless you are a very smart gamer. But by making this far into the video, you have proved that you aren't any smarter than a fucking monkey. It's not like all tips and tricks videos are bad. There are some good people who are passionate about gaming and who understand that video games are like pregnant Lana Rhoades. Anything could have came out of her. Like a little mystery child. People who make non-spoiler guides and tips and tricks are the true heroes we never asked for. But they came anyway. I have so much respect for them from the bottom of my bottom. For example, this guy, he has some amazing guides for quests in Elden Ring. They aren't 100% spoiler free. Sometimes he will spill the beans, but it's kind of impossible to make them spoiler free anyway, because Elden Ring quests are unlike any other game I have played. There isn't any marker which tells you where to go. You have to use your human frontal lobe and decipher all the things yourself. And the game has Shakespearean English which doesn't help. I shan't not give it to thee. Thy cock is too insignificant. Come on sister, speak English. And if you don't watch guides, you will probably miss out on all of the quests in this game. So you do need guides in these types of games where they don't tell you what the fuck to do. But trust me, in most of the games, you don't need them. One great example is any new Far Cry title.
Oh shit, here we go again.
Bro, who are these people? Why are they here? I refuse to believe they are real. Fucking Stephen Hawking could have completed this game no problems. The game literally can play itself while you can go watch TikToks of someone's mother promoting her OnlyFans. With the amount of corn stars these days, they're about to be a generation of poor bastards, man. If you could make money out of jokes, I would recommend you to invest in your mama jokes because they are about to blow up. Anyways, in Far Cry games, if you want to go to a location which you haven't unlocked yet, all you have to do is mark it on the map, get on a vehicle and press shift once. It will take you to the location. And if you want to take on an enemy base, you don't even have to do anything. Your companions will do that for you. I mean, this guy beat majority of the game by only using companions. And if you need tips and tricks to play these games, then I don't know. Your mama probably makes OnlyFans. Perhaps your mother was too busy to give you a good upbringing. Another game which blew up and collapsed like how in every hentai a brother collapses into her own sister, Pal World. The day it came, so did I. I don't know how, but there were already like 200 tutorials on how to play this game. These videos are the reason why the game became so irrelevant so quickly. It's not like the game has less content or it's not fun. It's the most fun game I've played in a really long time. But because all the information is so easily available, and by watching these videos everyone knows what pals to go for, what bosses to capture, how to breed, which I will never find out by the way. Everyone completed it so quickly or got bored of it. I played it with my friends, and when we were at day 15, one of them already had Anubis, one of the best pals in the game. But bro didn't knew that you can slide in this game. Bro, just fuck around and find out. It's not your sister that you can't explore. I mean, why don't you try all of these? Why go for the best characters or best weapons straight away? What makes a good character good? It's the trash ones or the mid ones. For example, your bitch ass probably suck at everything you do.
Last player standing.
But there will be one guy who is even worse, who makes even shit look like a 5-star dessert. If you go to a boxing tournament and challenge everyone for a duel, you will get your ass beaten. And no one will ever find out your potential. But instead, if you go to an orphanage and beat the shit out of every little toddler, that will make you look like a fucking prime Mike Tyson. Now they know what you are capable of. Not only you can easily beat all of them, but even if you lose, you still have parents to go to. Mid weapons are like you and me, the majority, the average. They might not be best, but they have their usage. And all of these videos will tell you to go straight for an OP weapon and ignore the majority. But there is one particular genre of games where these videos shine like my father's belt when my mother forgets to add salt to the food. Competitive games.
listen, man, you are not doing right, dude. Your mom will die, dude.
I like playing League or CSGO or Valorant, said nobody. Everybody who play these games are 100% gay because only gay people can endure such pain in the ass. Meaningless grind for what exactly? These ranks? These ranks are the indication of how you are doing in life. The higher your rank, the worse you are doing at life. And in these games, you definitely have a higher ground if you have more knowledge about the game. And the best way to acquire knowledge about a game is by playing it. Right? Wrong. Let's be honest, there is so much you can experiment and figure things out on your own. And why put effort finding new mechanics and techs in a game where people have already put thousands of hours? Why reinvent a dildo when you can sit on it? All I'm saying is, in these type of games, it's easier to learn things by watching these videos rather than grinding for hours just to get your ass kicked. Not knowing anything about the game and figuring it out by myself or with my friends and knowing everything about the game when I'm playing a competitive title is my preferred way of playing video games. But that shouldn't change how you enjoy games. You can watch these videos if it makes your experience enjoyable. Explore your sister or reinvent a dildo, I don't care. Okay? Goodbye.